All right, what's going on, guys? So, it's been about 2 weeks since Steve and I have updated a video on the xs650 build. So, we thought tonight would be a good time to try to get back into it. We took old biker's advice and replaced, well, not replaced. We ordered chains for the bikes. Since we're doing all this work, he gave us some good recommendations on a lot of stuff. So, we're going to take his advice and go ahead and replace our chains. I also want to give a shout out. Cam chains, yes. I want to give a shout out to Old Biker. If you guys haven't seen his site or been to his site, check him out. He's got a lot of cool videos. A badass blue xs650 chopper that he built. He's got a whole video on that. And guys into Nortons, BSAs, Suzuki's. I've been following him here for a little while now, ever since he's been commenting, and he's got some really cool stuff. So I want to definitely point you guys in that direction just because he's given us a lot of good advice. So, Old Biker, thank you, buddy. We're also taking Mike Williams' advice on the covers. We decided, since we're waiting on these chains to come in, we wanted to do something. So we decided to go ahead and start finding a way to polish our side covers. So when we put these motors together next week, they're as beautiful as, I don't know, beautiful. They look as good as we hope they do. So Steve and I tonight are actually working on that. And we took Mike's advice and we, instead of just using the fine Brillo pads, WD-40, and then the polish, we went ahead and got wet sand, used WD-40. We got the 500, 600, 1200, 2000 grit, and then Steve went ahead and is polishing them now, so we're going to give you guys an update on all that. So Mike, thank you, buddy. Really appreciate it. All right, so Steve is going to start off with the 500 grit paper. We're taking the advice, like I said earlier, of Old Biker and trying to find a better way to polish these cases. I'm sure you saw in the last video we tried to do it with just some, what were we using? It was
I think it was McGuire's.
Yeah, I mean we were just trying to use rubbing compound and steel wool, but it wasn't enough to take the debris and the dirt out. So we're gonna go with a 500, 1000, a 1200, then a 1500, 2000.
We were starting off with this.
Yeah.
Metal polish.
I mean, it made it look good, but it just wasn't, it still looked worn.
I mean,
So go ahead and finish it up with the 500, Steve. We'll see how it looks, and then we'll just keep updating them as we go to the different papers. All right, so here's the finished 5. Which already looks way better. Steve said he's got a couple small touch-ups he wants to do, but obviously still a lot of swirls in it, stuff like that, but that's where the process of using continually going up from there is going to be important, and then polishing it. But nah, it looks good. I mean, it's clean. It's really clean. Show me one of the bad areas. Look, that corner, that's what it looked like before. Turn that over so you can see that dark area there. So, I mean, it looked like these. So that, much better. All right, what are you doing next? 1000?
yeah. Well, no, I think we have some in between 500. Yeah, I know we
I do.
have 600 back there.
I got 600 and 800.
I think I'll go up to 800 next.
Okay.
I'll go from 5 to 8. Then I'll go 1000. Then I have a 1200 in there. Then we have 2000. And then I think we'll go up to 3000. And then after 3000, we'll get into polishing it.
How many minutes did you spend on the 500?
So far, this has taken me about a half an hour.
Half an hour. That's like that's a big project. Hey,
If you want it to shine, you got to put in the time.
you got it. There you go. You need a shirt, Steve. All right, 800 it is. You can see how dirty that is. How's that looking so far?
I can see myself.
Let me see.
Holy shit.
Damn! Wow. All right, so because I didn't videotape the whole thing, Steve, because you took some of the parts home, what papers did you use so far?
I started with 500, went to 600, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, and 2,000.
Okay. Do you think we still need the 3, or you want to just keep polishing?
I spent about, I want to say, about 8 hours of total wet sanding.
Wow. I mean, that looks incredible. That looks
pretty good.
I guess do the whole thing. Let's see how it comes out. So Steve has gone ahead and wrapped it up, and there's actually still more that we can do if we wanted, but this is with the 500, 600, the 1200, the 2000 wet sand, and then Steve went ahead and polished it. Almost, would you polish it twice, just once?
Just once around, and I got pretty good. Let me,
Yeah, looking good, my man, looking good. So you guys can see the difference of what it was before, because I haven't done mine yet, and what it is after. Man, that looks good. I mean, that really looks good.
This one was worse off than this one.
Yeah. So that's why the name of the video is, what was it?
If you want to make it shine, you got to put in the time.
There you go, buddy.
And I put in the time. that took about, I want to say, 10 hours, roughly.
Yeah.
Just this one case. 10 hours of work.
So you're going to go ahead and take apart your other side and get that done.
I still have this one to do. Here's another 10 hours worth of work.
And like we said in the beginning of the video, we're just, once our chains come in, we're going to, hopefully next week, we're going to share that video with everybody, finally putting these things together. I know we're excited. I know Steve's excited. And then hopefully we'll be able to hear these things run soon. All right, guys. Thank you. See ya.